Board quickly and safely. Our monorail will be departing momentarily.
Welcome to the My DVC Points podcast. Join the conversation as DVC members share their stories, personal preferences, and magical memories. Your reservation is confirmed. Your fast passes are booked. Pull up on the yellow strap because our journey into the magic of membership is about to begin.
To infinity and beyond.
Now, here's your host and curator of magical stories, Chad Pennycuff.
Welcome home, neighbors, to the June 7th, 2019 edition of My DVC Points Live. And today we have a very special show today. We have joining us from Skywalking Through Neverland, our friends Richard and Sarah Wolowski. How are you guys doing tonight?
Well, bright suns to you, everybody.
Yeah, bright suns.
Yeah.
we're already speaking in Galaxies Edge terms. Bright suns.
Bright suns and many moons. I don't know. Like, help me out here.
Oh, rising moons.
Rising moons.
Kind of the good evening.
Yeah, that's more like good evening, right? Mm-hmm. And when you want to bid someone farewell, you say, "Till the spire."
But you have to go like this, "Till the spire."
Till the
because it's more fun that way.
Got it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Got to throw your all into it.
Yes.
Perfect.
Oh, and then there's "May the spires be with you." No, it's something like that.
We're gonna have
something
to look
like
that
that
guide up. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm going right.
Okay. Woohoo!
Oh, you will now in this next hour.
I'm gonna have to, and that's part of what we're doing tonight. Is we're gonna talk about your guys' trips and then plan out another one. So, and I'd also like to welcome back to the show for the third week in a row, royalty Princess Katie. How you doing tonight, Katie?
Oh, just lovely.
Got the wave down. So, and you're rocking the appropriate Star Wars gear tonight. So we appreciate that. But for those of you who are joining us live tonight, if everybody could comment where you're joining us from, and we'll kind of get things started off right here. See if we can start to see some of the comments coming in. I hope we can. We're doing some new multi-streaming tonight, and we're trying out some new technology. So hopefully it works well. We should be going live on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, and into the My DVC Points community group as well. So we should be getting some coverage on this one.
Nice.
Yeah. So Richard and Sarah, you guys have been to Galaxy's Edge, I've heard.
Yes.
We've been twice.
It's true. We were there on opening day, which was super exciting. And we do happen to live in Long Beach, California. So we are very close to Anaheim, 20 minutes. And we will forever be 20 minutes away from Star Wars Land. This is changing our lives.
Star Wars Land. Uh-oh. It's Galaxy's Edge.
I know. It's Batuu.
Yeah.
But still, it's just insane.
It's Star Wars Land. I'm sorry.
Disney
so give us
money for Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, give us the definitive.
A lot of money to say that.
Yeah,
they just paid for that title.
So, what is the definitive title in Star Wars fandom here? Is the majority over there rocking Galaxy's Edge or Star Wars Land or?
Well, I know Disney would want us to call it Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, but no one's ever going to call it that. It's just Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And then or Batuu.
Batuu, right? Yeah. But they're trying to get us away from Star Wars Land.
Right. Even though that's what they called it at first.
Yeah. If you say Star Wars Land while you're visiting Galaxy's Edge, they will boot you out.
Really?
About that.
Okay. Yeah, well, I didn't know how in character they stayed with that. So
asterisk, not everything I say might be true. Just to let you know.
Okay. Cool. So we can play with that. So anyways, you guys got opening day and then you got to go back again somehow, right?
Oh yeah. We made reservations. So when the reservations opened on May 2nd, like that was a harrowing 2 hours. And we were like on our computers.
Refresh.
Making these reservations. And we had a group of 3. So each of us made a reservation for all 3 because you can add up to 5 people to your reservation. So, and then since then, we've actually been contacted by some friends and some others. So we're going to actually go several times now in this reservation period. It's pretty amazing. So yeah, we'll be there at least once a week.
Oh,
or
perfect.
Once an hour. gonna leave and come back.
Yeah.
Yeah. The stormtroopers are going to escort you out and then you're going to pull out your card and just go, I'm back in. right?
Basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I
Or
mean,
just hide
that's what
hide in
happens.
the bushes.
That's what happens when you guys leave a thriving community of Star Wars fans. So everybody takes care of you for taking care of them. They bring you back.
Very true.
Well, very well said.
So tell me about Galaxy's Edge then. Like, we know there's a reservation system going on, and most of the people listening into this, we're kind of Disney World people. So we're just like going, California gets all the cool stuff first again.
Oh, really? You think?
Yeah.
Like, what things did California get before?
Like Cars Land. Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
And like all the Marvel stuff, I guess.
Yeah, and Galaxy's Edge. All right, you made your
Okay.
point. You made your point.
Marvel Land is coming, blah, 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 blah. Right.
Yeah. So Galaxy's Edge, we've been waiting for this since they announced it at D23 Expo in 2015.
In fact, we were in the room when they announced it.
Yes. And we did not know this was coming. This was such a total surprise. Like, since I was a kid in 1977, I've always wanted to go to a Star Wars amusement park. And it's been one of those things like, George Lucas has always talked about it, but we got Star Tours. I'm happy with that. And then when this news dropped, the whole audience, we fell to a silence for about 0.3 seconds. And then the realization hit us and boom.
We jumped up and screamed. It was amazing.
So now we finally get to go. And it was very exciting because we've heard all about it. We've seen pictures from people who had gone to media previews. We've seen videos. And now it's here. Now we're waiting in line. What's going to happen here? And the excitement would parallel that to a film opening.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, and it was funny because we were brought in over by the Critter Country entrance, which is as far, it's like, in Batuu itself, it's like farthest from the main section of where the marketplace is and everything else. So you're actually seeing part of the land as you're walking in and you're hearing all these noises, and yet you're not, they haven't opened up the gates to you yet. So what happens is, like, every few minutes they'll like lead you a little further in. And at that point, everyone is like racing up their phones going, whoa, starting to walk and like getting all excited.
And the further you go, you start to see more things.
Yes.
Oh, there's the new Rise of the Resistance area over here. And there's some gun turrets from the Resistance. You look over here. There's a full-size X-Wing fighter. And below that is an A-Wing fighter. So even though we're waiting in line, we're not really just standing there doing nothing. So we have our data pads now, playing Disney Play, and we're looking down on the ground, and there's droid marks and there's creature footsteps, and you can hear TIE fighters going over you. The audio system there is great because they never leave a dull moment. You can hear a creature rustling in the woods beside you, and you can hear chatter. So just taking that all in, it's like, okay, this is what I need. This is a great pre-show.
Yeah.
And now I'm starting to feel very immersed. And you also have cast members to walk up and down, sharing their stories with you, and they're looking at your shirt. It says Star Wars. Now, what is a Star Wars? Because this takes place in their time, in their land. So they don't know what a Star Wars is because they're in Star Wars. So,
what time frame does the city of Batuu exist in?
Oh,
it takes place right between The Force Awakens and the Last Jedi.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so the Resistance versus the First Order rather than the Rebels versus the Imperials.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like, so the time of Rey and Poe
Finn and Poe and Luke Skywalker living out on Batuu.
Mm-hmm.
And as our years go by, so will their years. So they're going to intertwine their timeline into the Rise of Skywalker, which comes out this December. So it won't be just one land stuck in one time. It's always going to be evolving. And that's the most exciting thing.
Oh my gosh, that is.
Yeah, it's 14 acres. Well, you can do that in a couple of visits, but it's always going to be changing. It's like Disneyland. Disneyland is always changing.
Plus, you get out of it what you put into it. So, like, if you go out of your way to talk to some of the citizens of Batuu and ask them, what's your story, or why'd you come here, or what's your affiliation, they have like backstories for themselves, and they'll tell you things about like who owns the shops and what's going on, and there's drama. It's really fun.
Oh, really?
Lots of drama.
Yeah, we don't want to give stuff away.
Yeah, this place has its fully developed backstory.
Mm-hmm.
So if you see a laser pockmark on the wall over there, there's a story behind that. You see droid tread tracks on the ground, there's a story behind that. There's a creature that owns this shop. This shop owner might not like the Hatfields down the street.
Mm-hmm.
So there's always something going on. And you have to ask these people, the cast members, the Batuu residents, ask them, hey, what's up with this over here? What's up with that over there? And they'll tell you a story. So you got to ask them. It's very, very immersive.
So tip number 1 is ask all cast members for their story. How did you get to the city of Batuu, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a question. Yeah. And they may come over to you and say, hey, there's a resistance meeting in 5 minutes down the street. Shh, keep it quiet. So they'll come on over there and tell you about little secret meetings.
And it'll end up being like a show.
Yeah. So if they tell you to do something, you do it.
Yeah.
Don't ask questions. Just go do it.
That applies at Galaxy's Edge. If this happens to you out on in your neighborhood or you're somewhere else, don't do that. Someone says, follow me into this van with side panels over here. Yeah. Don't do that. Okay.
A blank white van.
Yes, with no windows. Yeah, don't do that. Side paneling, stay away from that. But if someone in Batuu says, hey, come on over here, we're going to meet over here for a secret meeting.
So you want to get invited into side panel vans in Batuu?
Yes.
Okay.
If it has plywood panels
on
the side of the... Yeah, some X-Wings do have the plywood paneling on the sides. That's okay. That's okay. But if the van is parked down by the river, don't get in that van.
I think we got it.
You sure?
Yes.
Yeah, there might be some kids watching. Teresa's watching. She's a kid.
Yeah.
Got to make sure everyone knows these things.
I don't know about James, but Teresa definitely.
So, oh man, I'm telling you. So interact with the cast members, right?
Yes.
And then what else do you do? I have heard the first thing you do when you get into the land is go sign up for the lightsaber or the droid if you're going to do those.
Okay, I've actually not heard about the droid, but I've definitely heard you sign up for the lightsaber first or the cantina first. And both of those places, basically, they take your reservation. So what they'll do, especially for the cantina, they'll take your actual text phone number and they'll say, oh, it'll be about 45 minutes before you guys can come in. And, how big is your party? And basically like that. And then you'll get a text anytime when you're in the land for those 4 hours. And if you're not back to the cantina within 15 minutes after you get that text, then you can't be in the cantina. But definitely go do that first. And similar with the lightsaber, I think you have to sign up and buy your lightsaber, and then they'll give you a reservation time to come back within that 4-hour window that you have.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And James is saying that he's good. He'll stay clear of the vans. Okay. Not on Batuu, James. Not on Batuu, right?
Yeah. And also, Teresa says that she's actually going to be with us tomorrow when we go to Batuu. And,
awesome.
And we will find out about the droid reservation.
Okay. So we'll have to tag on an update to the post for tomorrow.
Yeah.
The lightsabers, that's very, very popular.
Yes.
So everyone wants to build it, and you get a show as you're building the lightsaber. So you're into their not so much a show, but you're in a story now, because Savi's workshop, they'll bring about 14 people into their workstations, and you never know when First Order troopers might bust in. And if they're busted in, hey, what are you guys doing? Well, they give you a tray of just scrap metal. Well, we're just playing with scrap metal. No harm in that. So when you put the scrap metal all together, it forms the lightsaber. So you never know when the First Order can bust in. So that's why it's very, very popular. And these lightsabers are very well made. These are not Hasbro $20 pieces. No, these have weight in them. They have compartments for the kyber crystal. They have working pieces, and the blade is phenomenal. So these are very high-end items.
And they light up, right?
Yeah, and they will cut off your arm, just to let you know.
I will keep that in mind. Okay.
No, hold on. That was one of the things I was making up. Does not cut off your arm. Maybe your head, not your arm.
Okay. Well, I guess we're safe, Katie. We're safe. Okay.
I was concerned for a minute. I was really concerned.
Just your right arm, though. Your left arm is safe. Just your right arm.
Got it. And do you know about how much these things weigh? Are they like heavy or?
They're pretty substantial, I would say. I would say
it's about the weight of a Lothcat, Tukadal, and a Jawa foot.
Oh, well, that just clears it all up, Richard.
Okay, well, good. Okay, good.
Got it now. Thank you so much.
Okay,
That's
well,
great.
I figured, maybe if you put Pascal on it, it's the weight of the whole lightsaber itself with the blade.
Okay. Yeah. Makes sense.
See?
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
All right,
Fair enough.
All right.
Now,
Got
you
it.
guys bought some toys there, right?
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did. Now this
Show and
right
tell
here
time. Show
is-
and tell. Show and tell.
Yep.
All right. Bring out your toys. Now, when they had released all of the images of the toys, I'm really a huge fan of the replicas of screen used props. And when I saw a picture of this here, this is the Stormtrooper doll, the wooden Stormtrooper doll that Jyn Erso had in Rogue One. So this was
Oh.
on the top of my list. This is exactly what I wanted. I loved
Really
it.
cute.
Yeah, because it once again, it was a screen used replica.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then this was at the Toydarian Toy Maker. Where you can
Right.
get these, and I also saw this right here.
Oh,
Look at this. This is Boba Fett. It's a little
Yeah.
wooden
It's
Boba
like
Fett doll.
Boba Fett fell into like a Crayola box or something, right?
but for any of the vintage fans out there, they go crazy over this because this is the same color scheme as the original 1979 Kenner Boba Fett action figure. So this is exactly what he looked like. When I saw that, it's like, oh, there's someone here who knows how to speak to us vintage fans.
it called to you.
Yeah, it did. And I'm not even sure if I paid for this or not. I just grabbed it and drooled and walked away.
Oh,
And then I licked it.
That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. You don't lick it. It's not yours.
Yeah, where were you yesterday?
No.
Well, I'm glad you weren't
no.
there.
Yeah, I think
All right,
I think
well-
you've got some pictures of the licking part here, Richard, right?
Yeah. Well, should we let's get into that a little later. Hold
Okay.
on. Because I have some toys too. And also at the Toydarian Toy Makers, I this little Leia, she spoke to me.
Oh,
She is so adorable.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Look at the little expression on her face. She was just so cute. And they're very like the fabric, it's almost looks like burlap fabric, but it's not. It's like it's softer than that. But she's just so cute. So I had to have her. And she is also the friend of we adopted something from the creature stall.
oh, go get he or she. We don't know just yet.
We haven't named it yet. Okay.
So you'll find out if it's a he or she. There's a story here.
Oh,
Nice. And what series is that critter from?
this is from Star Wars Rebels. It's a loft
Okay.
cat. And it's just so cute. Oh,
Yes.
it's so cute. Oh.
Yeah, this is one of the things that Sarah just saw and just grabbed.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and luckily this was the last one available.
Mhm.
These
And
go
that-
very, very
that
quickly.
day anyway, yeah.
See?
So cute. Okay,
Yeah.
we had to have this one.
Yep. Now hold on. Someone
So that's
is
our
asked
Galaxy's
James.
Edge
Ooh.
swag, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
James Young is asking, do you have to holster your lightsaber upon entering the bar?
Mm,
Great
Well, they give you
question,
this
James.
big long sheath to put the lightsaber in. You can
yes.
take it out, but the bar is it's a good size. But if people brought out their lightsabers, started swinging, you'd be hitting people, you'd be hitting things, and there'd be a bar fight. People would be losing arms once again. Rhodians would be running for the hills. So yeah, I'm sure they don't like you to bring out your lightsabers and start playing with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So no sword fights allowed in Batuu, then, right?
Oh, you can bring them out because there were people posing in front of the Millennium Falcon with all their lightsabers.
Oh, well,
So
that's
you can
cool.
bring them out, but yeah, if you're in a tight area, yeah, you don't want to bring it out.
Sorry, she does that.
Yeah.
a
Well,
lot.
critters are critters, right?
Yeah.
During the middle of the night too.
Now, did you guys take a look at the gift cards there? Because I have seen some photos
we
of
do.
some Galaxy's Edge gift cards that are just off the hook.
Okay.
You got one?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And we already had a gift card, and unfortunately, you couldn't buy a gift card with a gift card. But you know what? Okay, here's $100. Give me that little metallic gift card. We must have that. You find it? Oh, here we go. Yeah.
put it in my bag today because I knew I'm coming back tomorrow.
Oh, these are awesome.
All right. So first of all, you get a sheath for it. Whoosh. And then blip, 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 blip. You get to open it up and it's all special. Look at that.
Nice.
This is like the weight of $2 silver.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty heavy.
And so,
but yeah.
Is there like a code on the back of it or something? You don't have to show us that because.
Yeah. Okay. But yes, they can scan it.
Okay, cool.
And you can actually use it in Disneyland anywhere. We haven't tried that yet because all we want to do is buy stuff on Batuu. But like,
yeah, when we enter Disneyland now, everything else is just white noise.
Yeah,
yeah, they refurbished the castle. Great,
right?
Fantastic.
Peter Pan, blah 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 blah. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The carousel, been there, done that. Move out of the way. Going to Galaxy's Edge. You spent $4 billion on just repaving the street with gold and put little hidden Mickeys. Yep. Yeah. You put little hidden Kylo Rens in there. Then you have my attention. Until then, move out of the way.
Very cool. Very cool. So now, any other thing notable about the gift shops or the toys? Somebody told me that you're only allowed to buy one item.
Mm-hmm. One item per person.
Yeah. Well, one. You can't buy 2 of these stormtroopers.
Right.
You can get as much as you want. Believe me, Disney is encouraging that.
Yeah. So you can. Yeah. One.
It's weird.
What is it called? Like one thing
item
per. Yeah. I don't know. But yeah. So you can buy like one lightsaber, one droid, one whatever. You can buy one of everything.
Okay.
But you cannot buy multiples of something.
However, if you really want 2 of something, you come back in 20 minutes.
Yeah. Probably. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Just come back through the store again, and they're not going to search your bags.
No,
I don't think so. Yeah,
not at all.
Yeah, and they're not doing annual pass gift discounts on this now, right? So they're not even scanning your annual pass.
No, they do.
Oh yeah,
but the higher ticket items, they do not have the annual pass. So the lightsabers, no annual pass. Alcohol, no annual pass, and I believe the droids as well, no annual pass.
Okay,
yeah, that makes sense.
But other things. We definitely got we got the, what do they call it there? Your credential discount, your passport credentials.
Yeah.
I think.
So it's not money, it's credits and credentials.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's right, because we're talking about the currency of Star Wars
Land.
Yeah, credits. Yeah.
It's all in universe.
And all in universe in credits. And Teresa does point out that she clarifies it's one of each item per person per transaction.
That's what I was trying to say.
Item,
yes. Thank you, Teresa.
Which is one of those rules, like, why it's so easily broken.
Yeah. But I'm glad they have it, because otherwise you'd have these, eBayers going in there and buying like a ton of stuff.
I'll clean off the shelf, triple in price, and put it on eBay tomorrow. I get it.
Exactly. Yeah.
And lately, I mean, we've been in there a couple times, and they've pretty much had everything available all the time. They were running out of Lothcats, and I actually got the very last one that day, I suppose.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure they're restocked on Lothcats, because when I talked to a cast member, she was like, "Oh yes, they're coming. There's some more coming." So
yeah,
another shipment of cargo.
Yeah, there was a van with side plywood paneling, drove down into Lethal. Did the Lothcats get in? Gonna take you somewhere.
Got it.
And they went
cleaned out the back alley, puts them on the shelf. You're all good.
Yeah. All comes down to the van with the plywood side paneling.
Yes.
So is there any other notable like toys and goods and merch there?
Oh, so many. In fact, one of the things that we were excited to do was get in Galaxies Edge the first day and take a lot of merchandise videos in which we also share the prices of things, because we know there's a lot of you who are planning your trips, you're planning your budgets, and you like really want to know what things cost. So on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Skywalking Through Neverland, we have 4 videos up now. Right now, and one of them we just put up a couple hours ago, which is the creature stall. So we go through all the creatures that are available. It's very exciting. And we also have like the jewelry of the women of Star Wars that's up there, and the whole video. The whole video of the lightsaber experience, which is about which is about 20 minutes.
Maybe
It's
she
like,
needs some milk.
yeah, I think so.
You want blue or green milk?
Blue or green, yeah.
She wants red. Yeah, figures.
Yeah, and we have that. And then what is the other video we have up right now? Oh, the robes, Jedi robes.
Jedi robes.
Yeah, yes.
From the Black Spire Outfitters. And there's a whole ton of Jedi robes and Rey outfits and belts and stuff. So yeah, those videos are up and we shot some more. So over the course of the next several weeks, we'll be putting up even more merchandise videos because that's what seems to be people are really responding to.
Yeah, because the collectibles there are things you can't get anywhere else.
Yeah.
So
it's
when
true.
you get there, you're going to want to get as much as you can.
But the pricing does reflect that.
Oh,
You can't get it anywhere else.
Oh, yes, it does. Well, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
This
of
is
course.
Disney, right? That mouse will shake you down. I don't care if it's on Batuu, another planet. I don't care where it is. He's going to shake you down.
Hondo wants your credits. And
Yeah.
Hondo is the owner of the Smuggler's Run ride.
Right. And Honda will get your credits.
Yes.
Trust me, Hondo's got. I just left the grocery store and got my $500 gift card tonight. So
Whoa, nice.
It'll be gone like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It'll be gone in a Thanos snap.
Yep, gone in a Thanos snap.
Yeah, but they do have a lot of reasonably priced items, we should say. So you can get a lot of stuff for that $500. Of course, you can get the big ticketed items, but you can get a good amount of stuff for some things like $10 or maybe $15.
Yeah,
or maybe
she's 20. A lot of the toys. Yeah.
So there are stuff that won't break the bank.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And some pins. There's something called Jewels of Bith. It's a store in the marketplace, and that probably has your cheaper, like your items you want to get for people. You know,
The
like
souvenir items.
the souvenir stuff. So like
perfect.
pins,
Magnets.
keychains, but they're cool.
Oh, awesome.
They're really cool magnet. Like they're just cool looking. So like everything is just a little bit different, a little bit interesting.
Now, did they
Right.
kick you out of the gift shops too at the end of your time?
So we have been to one where we went till midnight. So there was no kicking us out. Everyone was kicked out. And then the second time we went was a 5 to 9 p.m. shift. And honestly, like no one was checking our wristbands. And I believe we even bought something after the 9 p.m. time, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Yeah. And so we were able to stay in the land. Like there was no one kicking us out. So we watched the fireworks and we stayed a couple hours extra.
Oh,
So yeah.
perfect.
I don't know why no one kicked us out, but I think if we had tried to go on like Smuggler's Run, then they would have like been like, oh, show your credentials. But
they don't really check. I've never seen anyone say, "Oh, let me see your wristband."
Yeah,
no one's ever asked.
Especially
that.
at the shops, the merchandise.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, believe me, if you
show me
get
your credit
card
card
out,
they're asking, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah, we'd
Show
kick
me
you
your
out,
credit.
but I see you still have $25 left on your gift card. So come on in.
Now, Teresa here is asking average prices for t-shirts. I think I saw a t-shirt for like 30 or 35.
That's about right. 30 is
Yeah.
about normal. Isn't
Average
it?
for Disney, yes.
Yes.
Average for Walmart, you can get 4
Well,
T-shirts for that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
And we are flush with T-shirts, so we didn't really notice T-shirts.
Mhm.
Okay. So now let's move on to the food because I know my crowd is #food orientated.
Mhm.
Okay. So
Nice.
now let's go to the first thing is the debate on blue versus green.
Blue,
Oh, green,
blue,
green,
blue,
green.
blue.
It's a debate.
Okay.
We
There
don't
are
agree.
ladies first here. Sell me on the
Everything.
green.
Okay, so if you are a fan of citrus things, like you like lemon stuff, you like that fresh citrusy taste, you will like the green milk because it is more of a limey, lemony flavor, I would say. It's a little not sharp per se, but like it seems to come in a small cup, but that'll do you. Like you don't need
Okay.
too much of this. And it is what is it? Soft serve almost? Not soft, not I'm trying to think of the
Is
name.
it almost frozen?
It's like it's almost
Yes,
frozen, but
yes.
it's not like totally frozen. Yeah. So it's
Can you get a
it's
Slurpee
pleasant
tuber
to
from it?
drink.
Is it that cold?
No, I don't.
Yes, you
no.
can. Yes, I did.
Oh, really?
I did, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I
So
did.
that's
I guess
cold,
that is pretty cool.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Mhm.
good to
Yeah,
know.
no, they are very, very cold drinks.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. But it was very refreshing when the sun was out. Definitely.
And now-
So, now the blue milk.
And
though.
now ever since I saw Luke Skywalker in Star Wars drink that blue milk, it's like, oh, I've got to have that. I don't know what it is, but I've got to have a sip of that. Give me a hit, Luke. Give me a hit. And now finally we can do it. And this has got a blueberry vanilla taste to it. I would say
very mild.
Yeah, but the blueberry taste, I would say, is very, very prevalent. But there's also some other flavors mixed in there, so it's not like you're just drinking a blueberry milkshake.
Yeah. And
once again, these are very, very cold drinks, but I did favor the blue milk over the green. The green was good, and if you had said, "Hey, this is a lime slushy," I'd say, "Yeah, of course it is."
Yeah.
Yeah, Dan has an interesting comment here as well. He's saying he's been telling people it's similar to Jamba Juice.
Right, the texture, I think, definitely.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Teresa, I am right there with you because next Tuesday night I will be at Galaxies Edge, and then June 27th I'm going to the World. So I am going to be rocking that and flaunting that Galaxies Edge shirt.
See, now they don't want someone like you buying up all these T-shirts and then selling them on the black market behind a dumpster behind the castle.
Yeah, well,
there's Chad pulling up in his van.
They call it Smuggler's Run for a reason. Okay, I'm telling you, right? I'm just role playing. Okay, I'm just role playing.
Okay. Disney's got the eye out on you.
I'm telling you.
Well, there are some other food items. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Well, they have yeah. Sorry. There are Ronto Roasters is the snack place, and what you can get there is a Ronto wrap, which is actually roasted pork, grilled pork sausage, peppercorn sauce, and tangy slaw wrapped in a pita. So it's basically a glorified hot dog in a pita, but it is really good.
Oh,
but it's in a pita. It's got to be healthy. It's in a pita.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
I mean, it's from pork too, so it's nothing but healthy.
Yeah, and that's $12.99. So yeah, the price is once again it's probably a $7, $8 item, but it's $12.99. But that's okay.
I mean, I guess you're paying shipping from the outer red to the outer edge, right?
There you go.
You know what? Can we read this one comment from James Young?
Oh, absolutely.
It says, "Didn't you want the experience of being kicked out by a stormtrooper when our wristband time frame was up? That doesn't happen. We wanted that to happen, but we just got a phalanx of cast members to kick us out. They weren't stormtroopers. The stormtroopers leave when the sun sets.
Yeah, I think pretty much they do. Yeah, because then they can't really see after that.
Yeah, they get like 9 to 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be a stormtrooper.
Don't we all? Yeah, so I was missing that experience because I really wanted to see how that was going to happen. Because when the stormtroopers do roam the land and they get in your face, you do what they say. They are very intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
I can
all
imagine.
Right, what else do we have here?
Yeah. All right. So also there we tried some more drinks, and these are really, really good. So we had the Tatooine Sunset and Melaroon juice, and these were both kind of tropical. One was the Tatooine Sunset is more like an Arnold Palmer, where you have unsweetened tea with lemonade and melon and blueberry flavors in there, and that was excellent. We slurped that up.
Alcoholic or not?
No, these are not alcoholic. We're not in the cantina. So only the cantina serves alcoholic beverages. Now, the Melaroon juice, I had to try this because Melaroons are fruit that is in Star Wars Rebels on the planet of Lothal. So I was like, oh, it's Melaroons. And they even make a joke about them. And
looks like we lost Sarah and Richard for a moment here. They'll be right back. Oh. So just coming back into some of those comments here. So Ian was commenting about the stormtroopers here that he thinks that they're Union. Okay. Union break, right? I get it.
Makes perfect sense. Absolutely perfect sense. Yeah.
So let me come back in and we'll pop them out of here for now. It's weird because we'll let them join us back, Katie, and come back into it. So, and Dan makes us this comment here. He goes, trade your role if you get the engineer for Smuggler's Run. So, Dan, you're telling me that the engineering role wasn't the most fun you've had? Because I have heard some of them sit sideways. Richard will probably come back in and tell us this, that you're not facing the main screen.
Yeah, it might be the engineer where their station's over here, but they're sort of over here, and they're trying to do this over here, but they want to see what's going on, so they're kind of doing it sideways, from what I understand. Obviously, I haven't done it yet.
Gotcha.
Yet, but that's from what I understand there. So it's sort of like a sidewaysy type thing. So it's sort of like you have to be able to multitask, and let's face it, not everybody can do that.
Gotcha. And Dan points out that he goes, if he had to wait 2 hours for the engineer, he'd be disappointed. I guess what Dan is the number one most desirable thing there, the pilot, I guess.
Well, it depends, because some people want to be the gunners versus the pilots. So like when we go on, I would shove my kids in the engineer positions and I would be the pilot, because let's face it, I just would be. And then I think the gunners, they have action because they're, you know.
Yeah. So Dan was saying that exactly, right? That the pilot and the gunner are much more exciting. So Dan, do you want to call in? If you want to call in, we can add you to the show while we fix this out. And
I don't know, the more they talk about it, the more excited I'm getting. But my problem is the world is not going to be the same. And I'm afraid it's just going to be not as good because too many people.
Well, yeah, that's another question. We don't know how they're going to come back in and ratchet down the guest experience there at the World yet.
Yeah, because I'm only there for 1 day, literally 1 day. So,
but you're staying on property, so are you going to be doing the extra magic hours?
Yeah, I'm at Boardwalk, so I'll be walking over.
Oh, cool. Here we go. Hey, Dan, you with us tonight?
Hey.
Yeah. Hey, how's it going?
Oh,
good,
doing great. So, yeah, welcome to the show. We'll come back here. Let me get back onto the comments, and hopefully Richard and Sarah can join us. You know, it's funny because their screen share is still coming through. I can still see it here. And let me try adding them again, but nope, there's no video there. And let me come back in and see if they've sent a message here.
So have you went on the ride, Dan?
Yeah, so we're my brother and I were really lucky. We scored some 2 tickets for a community preview on Thursday, the day before it opened. It was such a good experience because the crowd levels were very low.
Yeah,
there was movie stars walking around with private employee, cast member, tour guides. It was just a really cool experience. So we got to basically walk on the ride and got to do every position and experience the whole land.
What was your favorite part of the land so far that you were able to explore?
I think it was overall just the immersiveness, right? You're walking into a land and seeing the characters walk around and the Millennium Falcon there. And, you know, we were standing there and, you know, some exhaust jets came on the Millennium Falcon and made it come alive a little bit more. Just, you know, felt like a little kid again walking around Star Wars.
Now, when going into it, you obviously had an idea in your mind of what it was going to be like. Did it exceed what your idea was?
Yeah, I definitely thought they did a really good job on all the theming aspects of it. You know, when you're walking around the land, you almost don't even feel like you're at Disney anymore. You know, you can't really see, unless you're looking really, really hard, you can't see any other part of Disneyland when you're walking around in there. You know, you can't see the Splash Mountain or
none of that, right?
You kind of see Thunder Mountain when you're in there if you look really hard, but you know, the rocks of Thunder Mountain kind of blend in with the rocks of Galaxy's Edge. So it's just you feel like you're in a completely different place.
Wow.
Yeah, and Dan, Richard, and Sarah are back with us as well, so we'll just have everybody join the conversation.
Woohoo!
Hey there.
Hey, so welcome back. So,
what are you guys talking about?
Star Wars Land. Yeah, it's a little place.
This little thing that just popped up in Disneyland overnight. So
is there a Star Wars Land? I knew about Pixar Land and Marvel Land.
No, it's new. It's new.
And TV Land. There's a Star Wars Land?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So we heard you talk about the Millennium Falcon. Now, the only really positions to go for are the pilots, because as the gunners and the engineers, you're looking at the wall, looking at the lights. So when a light pops up, you press that button. When this light pops up, you press that button. But you want to look. You've been waiting in line for an hour. You want to look outside the cockpit view screen. You don't want to look at buttons. And the first time Sarah and I were pilots, and we had a great time.
Mm-hmm.
She was moving left and right. I was going up and down.
We got 2 things of coaxium.
Yeah, and we're hitting hyperdrive, those silver levers. You see the Millennium Falcon that they punch it. They go through hyperspace. That's awesome. But as the engineer, which I was the second time, I'm just hitting buttons like this, because there's lights going off, and I just want to see what's going on outside the window. I don't want to look over here at the wall of
buttons
flips and switches.
Right?
Yeah,
what is that? Okay.
Yeah, and with the gunner, if you just hold your finger down on the button, it'll just keep on firing. So now you can watch outside. What they should have is a little arm that comes out in front of you. So now you're like on a keyboard, so you can watch out the window and work on stuff. Or they need one of those Atari joysticks, so you can be the gunner, and that's how you move the targeting device.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, let's take it. Hey, let's just take it. Go old school. The Atari 2600 joystick. Man.
You know what?
1978 when it came out.
You can't go wrong with that.
1977, the original
If it
Star
ain't
Wars.
broken, don't fix it.
I'm telling you.
But now it's just a
Go
big
real
button.
Old school, like in the movie when Luke's looking basically at a screen and his feet pivoting 360 degrees. That's what you need.
Yeah, those gunner bays you see in the movie.
Spinning around, shooting enemies from all different directions. That's where it would be.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Right. So because of we were so excited about the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run ride, but I've got to say, if I were to rate this between a 1 and a 10, it's going to be a 6.
But the queue is fantastic.
The queue is a 10. Hondo Anaka's a 10. The inside of the Millennium Falcon's a 10, but the attraction itself, I can't go any higher than a 6.
Gotcha. Dan, where is it for you?
Yeah, I would agree with that. 6 or 7. Someone asked me when we first came off, and I compared it to Flight of Passage.
Okay. Yeah.
Disney ride I've ever been on in my life. And I didn't feel the same way when I came off Smuggler's Run. The immersion, the experience, sitting at the little chess table inside of the Millennium Falcon and seeing the hallways look just like the ship is great. But the ride experience itself, it's not that e-ticket attraction like Flight of Passages in my book.
But get ready for Rise of Resistance.
Oh, hold on to something.
Oh, I'm telling you. Now that one I have hope in. Okay.
I think they put all their imagination behind that one. I think.
Yeah, and said, hey, if you have time, go work on Smuggler's Run.
But this is an interesting comment by James. Do you get some credits for a good Falcon ride? And what are the credits good for? So we actually, in order to get credits and keep them for the Falcon ride, I believe you have to use the Disney Play app as your data pad as you're going through the queue. And because there's so much to look at in the queue and stuff, we haven't actually done that yet. So I think, and in fact, the first time we rode, there was so much going on, and you're in the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon, for heaven's sake. So I think Hondo at some point said how many credits we got, but we have no idea what it was because we were like just enamored with this.
Drooling all over stuff and licking things.
Yes.
No more licking. No more licking.
So now does the data pad is it a total just battery drain? That's one thing that I've heard, because the Disney apps are notorious for killing batteries.
You know what? We didn't really keep ours on.
Right.
Because, it's just way too much reading.
We were taking video, and the video was the battery drain, but we have our battery chargers.
Yeah,
so
if you're going to go, you need to have a external battery.
Yes.
Because you're taking pictures and videos. So that will drain your battery.
Yeah. So definitely just bring that.
And I've heard there's no fuel rod machines in Batuu.
No. Oh, are there? I don't think so. Like any charging stations?
Not that I saw.
Not that we saw.
Yeah, because I was talking with the owner of Fuel Rod and was just conversing with him about his services and that kind of fun stuff. And he was just like, no, they told us months ago, no machines in Galaxy's Edge. It just doesn't fit the storyline. And I'm just like, well, you're going to be sucking down batteries in there. You ought to be able to swap one.
Doc Undar, in his Den of Antiquities, he's getting items from all over the world. So who's to say he didn't get something from this planet called Earth and brought it back, and it was this charging station? That would fit in. It would fit the continuity.
We could fit that into the storyline. Well, I'm going to have him. I'll give him that tip for you. Okay.
Would you? That'd be great. Whenever I see him, he's always growling at me.
Yeah, we'll have him get a hold of, Disney and just set him straight on that one.
Sounds
they're
good.
Lay the law down, right?
Bendy. Yeah.
They can smuggle anything in there. Now, Dan, what role did you play on Millennium Falcon when you did it?
I actually got to do both pilots 2 times, both pilots, and then gunner twice, and then engineer once.
Holy cow!
So,
Nice.
Yeah, it was seriously walk on when we were there for this community event. So you got to pick what you wanted to do. Definitely, I agree. Both pilots was very engaging, best experience you can get on that ride, followed by gunner and then engineer last.
And when you get on,
you were talking about the seats. The seats all point in the face forward direction, but you got to turn your head to look at the light panel to press the lights. You don't sit sideways. But
when you get on the ride, they don't let you pick what you want to be. They'll just give you your positions. So
Correct,
if you're waiting 2 hours and you get the engineer, you're going to be disappointed.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I said. If I had to wait that long and get engineer, I wouldn't be happy. We were just fortunate enough that we got to kind of choose where we wanted to sit with just the low capacity that was there that day.
Now, Dan, have you done Flight of Passage as well?
Yes.
And your thoughts on Flight of Passage for a relative comparison here?
Yeah, that's like I was saying before. I walked off Flight of Passage going, that was the best Disney ride I've ever been on.
Got it.
And I didn't feel the same way when I came off of Smuggler's Run. The immersion is great. We were standing there next to the Millennium Falcon, and these steam air jets come out from underneath like it's blowing off exhaust. It really was immersive and it felt real, and you felt like, you were right there, in this, docking bay. But the ride itself is you can't compare it to Flight of Passage.
Okay. Well, I mean, that gives all of us in Orlando something. And then the immersion compared to Pandora, right? How does that come back in?
I think the immersion's better at Galaxy's Edge than it is at Pandora, just because of the size. Okay. It feels big. I know it's kind of crammed in there at Disneyland, but it really does feel like it's much larger than it is. I was concerned about that, the 14 acres and all the buildings that would feel tight, and who knows what it will be like when it's free for everyone to go in and really jammed packed, what it will feel like then. But, you really felt like there was lots of space to kind of roam and look at things, all the displays of the ships and forests and, things that they had on display there. You really felt like you were in a larger space than it is.
Okay. Well, cool. Well, hey, Dan, thanks for calling in. We appreciate that. And
no problem. This is cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dan.
Yep. Thanks, Dan. So,
all right. Yeah. Well, you know what? Dan's got to go. And you know what? Unfortunately, I've got to run too. Sarah's going to stay.
Yeah, I'll be here.
But yeah, I got to be somewhere in 10 minutes. So sorry.
Good deal. Yep.
All right, well,
no, we knew ahead of time that you had a time and you had a previous engagement, but Sarah's got it. She's going to hold it down for us.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for having us on. Much, much appreciated. Love the show. Love the production value. Love the company. And till the spire.
Till the spire.
Till the spire.
Till the spire.
Bye-bye.
Kill the spider.
No, don't kill the spider.
Kill the spider.
Bye.
Very cool.
Yay.
Teresa says she can call in.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Teresa's fun. Call in, Teresa.
Yeah, go ahead and call in, Teresa. We'll take another call in and join the conversation. So
what's the number?
It is 833. Let me find it here.
So we were talking about food.
DVC Live.
Okay. So let me get back to the food here. So I was talking about the Ronto Roasters, which is kind of your really quick service snack station. Well, they do have Docking Bay 7, and that has like your actual it's quick service dining, but it's really good food. It's on the level of like Plaza Inn, I would say. So you have like your pot roast, only it's called shock roast. And they have Kadu ribs, which is basically pork ribs, and those are excellent. Like I recommend those two specifically. I did not try there's like chicken, there's like fried chicken, but it looks different, and it's called called Yub Nub something. Let's get her on the line. But yeah, those are yummy.
Hey there. Oh, maybe I hit the wrong button.
Now you're hanging up on people. We're sorry, Teresa.
Yeah. Try again.
Yeah, let me see if I can try calling her back. So we'll see.
Okay.
I don't have all the kinks worked out yet on the call-in stuff.
Hello.
All right.
Hey, is this Teresa?
Hey.
It is. You guys haven't met me before, but I co-host podcasts with Sarah.
That's okay.
Oh, awesome. So
Lots of them.
yeah, lots of them.
Yes.
Perfect. So you guys are used to talking all the time. Well, welcome to the My DVC Points live show.
Hooray! I am a DVC member, so I fit in.
Oh, cool. Where's your home resort?
My home resort is Boulder Ridge.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I'm really excited. We'll be there tomorrow. Sarah picks me up at like 3:00.
From the airport. It's gonna be a dash to Batuu.
Gotcha. Yep. So you're actually flying out tonight then, or tomorrow? And
tomorrow, I leave Austin, Texas tomorrow around 2 Central Time. Land in Anaheim around 3, and then we go straight there.
Nice.
It's gonna be an awesome day.
Oh, cool.
Yay.
So, Sarah, you were telling us about the food. So we've gotten through the quick service, right? And then that was Rondo Roasters, Docking Bay 7.
Right. Well, so those are the main. So Docking Bay 7, yes, it's like quick service, but it is on the level of the Plaza Inn, where you have like the really good food. It'll last you, all day or quite a while. It's a lot of food. And that's what I recommend if you need like an actual meal. I definitely go to Docking Bay 7, and they have some desserts there, which are good, but they're a little overpriced. So it's like, try it once and you're good. You're good with that.
Have you been to Disney before?
Yes, I have. I have, but especially in Galaxies Edge, they just seem very, very pricey, but that's okay. But then there's Oga's Cantina, which doesn't really have food. They have like a snack mix that you can buy. We didn't get that, but they do have actual alcoholic beverages there.
Which is new for Disneyland.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. Yeah. Very new. In fact, when that was announced, there was a big uproar for that. So, right, Teresa?
Oh, yeah. I mean, and, it was hard with Walt Disney World, as you guys probably know, when they first started doing the alcoholic drinks at Be Our Guest, and then it sort of trickled outward. And, but I'm excited for it, and I'm planning on getting the Fuzzy Tauntaun. I know, Sarah, you didn't like it, but you don't like peach. Yes. I like peach. So I'm going to try it and see how it is.
Yeah.
And, so I don't know.
Yeah. The Fuzzy Tauntaun is actually peach vodka, peach schnapps, simply orange with tangerine, pure cane sugar, and buzz foam, which the foam is really fun.
It's supposed to numb your mouth because it's made out of some sort of flour. I forget, a Sichuan flour, which has numbing painkiller stuff in it naturally, and so it's supposed to kind of like numb your mouth a little bit. So I'm actually kind of excited.
Nice. Well, I'm
Very
excited
good.
to try the Jedi Mind Trick, which is botanical grapefruit and rose vodka, as well as velvet falernum. I have no idea what that is. Blue curacao, white grape juice, lime juice, and grapefruit bitters. But it looked really cool.
If you see or hear about two very crazy girls running around the park yelling and screaming stuff after they were at Oga's Cantina, that's going to be Sarah.
Hey, just turn off the live streams, right? Turn off the live streams when you hit that. Right?
Exactly. Oh my gosh. Yeah,
I'm
but I
telling
did
you,
have.
I just read the drink names there, and I'm going, oh, they're just gonna have to stormtroopers gonna have to carry me out. That's all I can say, right?
Yeah, the Bespin Fizz was my favorite, which was it's rum and yuzu puree, pomegranate juice, and white cranberry juice with a cloud swirl. I didn't see the cloud swirl, but it was really good. Bespin Fizz. I recommend
the cloud swirl is because it's in that dry ice glass that makes it kind of like bubble and move around.
Yeah.
But I am excited about the fact that all these drinks are not mixed in front of you. They're on tap. So they're pretty much the same all the time versus depending on what bartender you have. And so that kind of, if it's going to have a certain flavor, you can kind of always count on it to have that flavor if you like it. So I think that's kind of cool. And also, from what I read, some of the beers and the cider that they have there are made specifically for Galaxy's Edge. So you won't find it anywhere else.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, craft beers are kind of like everywhere now. So they probably just license out a brewery to come up with some that are just exclusive to them. So fair enough.
Yeah.
So we've covered toys, we've covered merch, we've covered anything else on food left to discuss?
At this moment, not really. No, we covered the blue milk, green milk, the juices. Yeah, I think we're good on the food.
Oh, Sarah, did you guys try Katsaka's Kettle?
Oh, yes. Duh. So, yes, I did try Katsaka's Kettle, which is basically kettle corn that has a sweet and a spicy mix to it. And it was pretty good. It was like kettle corn with the occasional spicy popcorn. And it wasn't that spicy. So I thought it was pretty good. And if you need a snack in the middle of the day, that works great. And then you can also upgrade your Katsaka kettle. And let me get this behind me.
Did you get a mouse droid?
Of course I got a mouse droid. This is amazing. So
the
this
popcorn
is the mouse
bucket,
droid.
right?
It is. Yep. It's a popcorn bucket. And it honestly... See it. See, I've got my microphones in there. So it doubles as a purse, like a very convenient purse.
I'm telling
you. And for me,
you.
it doubled as a great like microphone H1 holder. If you're into audio, like we were recording all around the land and it was perfect. And it's light and it just fits on your shoulder. And I think I'm going to bring it tomorrow because it was just it was fantastic.
Gotcha. Now, my friend Tony asked me to pick him up some kind of a tooth beer set or something.
Oh, boy.
Oh, God. That's going to set you back a pretty penny.
Yes, it will. All right. So this is... Whoops. Where am I? It's this. Where am I going? This thing.
Okay.
And what it is, it's really big. It's the Rancor Beer Flight souvenir board with 4 Rancor teeth. So the actual shots of beer are Rancor teeth. And guess how much this thing is?
I have no idea.
I'm going for 60.
Higher.
Really? 75?
Yep.
Dang.
I know. So, and you cannot get the beer flight without getting that board. Like there's a drink I really wanted to try, which is the Yub Nub. But that only comes in a souvenir tiki mug with Endor like on it, Endor stuff. And that was, let me see, is $42. So, yeah.
Okay, so Sarah, what we do is we split it so we can drink it. And then we just like mail the tiki mug back and forth. So like you get it for like half a year and then I get it for half a year. You know.
Sure, until we meet again and buy another one. And then we both have one.
And then we each have 2. Or have one.
Interesting.
There's got to be some trophy game. It's got to be like the trophy of some kind of a contest that goes back and forth.
Yeah.
That has to be it.
Oh my gosh, Sarah.
What?
It just occurred to me. So we buy one when we go now, we split it. And then when we go to Walt Disney World in September, we get another one.
Yay!
Well, there you go.
There we go.
Then we get our yub nubs. Woohoo!
I'm telling you, it sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan.
Yay.
So now if he wants me to pick one of those up, so I've got to move heaven and earth to try to get one of those. So my strategy should be beeline to the cantina and get on the waiting list, right?
Yes. So what you do is as you're waiting in the line to get in the land, it's like a big group line, like you're in a big cattle,
Okay.
what is it? A cattle roundup, right? Okay.
Oh my God, you're from Texas. Come on.
Yeah. But I'm from Austin. It's not the same. All right.
Well,
so you're in the cattle roundup and you're walked in by the Batuu residents all the way in, and you're walked around in a circle, and gradually they'll be like, okay, Savi's workshop, lightsabers, and then people break off. Okay, now go to Smuggler's Run, and people break off. And then you just stay with the original cast members, and they will route you all the way around, and one member of your party be in that line, and that is the line to get a reservation for Oga's Cantina.
Got it.
And that's what you do.
So that's going to be Richard, right? Because you and I are going to split off to go to the Droid Depot.
Right. Yeah. That sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's going to be awesome. Yeah. So we are excited.
Okay, very cool. So we've got that. That's some special merch that's there. Are there any other collector stuff from the cantina?
Oh, from the cantina.
Is it like a full blown Trader Sam's?
I mean,
with 8 to 10 different collector items.
No,
there?
there's not that many. So there's 1, 2, 3 different collector items, I believe. Yeah. So they have a Cliff Dweller, which is a souvenir Porg mug, and then they have the Yub Nub, which is that Endor mug, and then they have the Rancor beer flight. So those are the ones that come. Those are the special things.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
See, I knew that $500 gift card's gone like that. So
yes,
it's just the mouse gets all the money. That's just the motto around here. You know what I'm saying? The mouse gets all the money.
I hope you bought that on the Father's Day sale.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say.
Okay, good.
Did you get that at Costco or something? So it's like cheaper.
No, our local grocery store chain here, Myers, has a deal that about every gift giving holiday.
Pretty much so.
And it comes up that if you buy $50 gift card, you get $5 in free groceries.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Like everybody in my household, the dog, you name it, we all have cards because I pay my DVC dues with it. I pay everything with it. Annual passes. So
nice.
I mean, I'm like driving thousands of dollars through this little loophole.
Yeah.
Because
and we
you
get
free
groceries. Yeah. We basically get groceries for a week, half a week, depends on what you're buying, for free, essentially.
Well, there you go.
I mean, you buy $2,000 of gift cards, you get $200 of groceries. And let's just face it, you can't step foot in the grocery store with 3 kids for under $200.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
wow. Absolutely.
So yeah, that's kind of how we pay our DVC dues, annual passes, the whole 9 yards. So I literally went there on the way home from work today and went, okay, I got to buy this because I know I'm going out.
Nice.
Yep. So
I should look into that if we have something like that here, because then we could pay our DVC dues and our APs with that. That'd be sweet.
Yeah, and then you also get, if you time it right, you can certain times like Chase Freedom cards or other cards will have 5% back off grocery stores. And all of that rings up as a grocery store. So you can hit that rebate as well. And that's like getting 15% off.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're speaking my husband's language right now.
Oh yeah. Not only am I a Star Wars geek, I'm also a financial geek, right? That MBA in financial planning, I put that puppy to use for Star Wars. Okay. Right. We'll analyze that to death.
You're going to be at Disney World at the same time we're going to be at Disney World. So you need to meet my husband. You and him, you're going to be friends for life. I already can tell.
Yeah. We're about the same dates that you are. And it's a split stay between Beach Club and Old Key West.
Okay, so we're going to be Saratoga Springs and Boulder Ridge.
Ah, cool. Very cool. Very cool. I love Wilderness Lodge.
It's my favorite. I love it so much.
Yeah, I actually own Copper Creek, but I prefer the Boulder Ridge side too. So either way, it's still Wilderness.
Anyway.
Yep.
Wrong park.
Yeah, wrong park for today's show. Bad host.
That's okay.
Bad host. Okay. So that being said and done, what else do we have left to cover in Star Wars land?
Whew, let's see. Well, there are fireworks in Star Wars land.
Are there?
Galaxy's Edge. Yeah, at least at Disneyland. Because if you think about it, Galaxy's Edge is situated behind Fantasyland, behind the castle. And so the fireworks are actually shot off from right behind Galaxy's Edge. And so I am really sure from watching the fireworks the other night that they mapped out just how high and how tall they needed to put the spires and everything so that they perfectly frame the fireworks from the little balcony that you stand on to overlook the Millennium Falcon. Like, it's incredible. Now, and it's really fun to just see because if you think about it, like in Return of the Jedi at the end of that film, they have fireworks, you know,
They do.
on like all the planets. So it's like fireworks are in universe. They're part of Star Wars. So the only weird thing about it is there's no music to go along with them. So you're really just sitting there, not necessarily in silence, because every so often you'll hear like some ships flying over you. So it's really funny to hear that and then see the fireworks instead of the fun, music. So it's more of you could almost like stop and watch the fireworks for 5 minutes, get your fill and move on with your day at Galaxy's Edge because there's no music to go along.
Now, is there normally music with the fireworks at
Disneyland?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, right now they have Mickey's Mix Magic, I believe, which is actually a lot of the show is on Main Street being projected.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But there are fireworks going along with that as well.
Okay.
Now, I thought that projection through Main Street was due to the fact that the castle was covered up.
Right. But it is now uncovered.
So it's now uncovered and it's now just part of everyday show, right?
Yes.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
So the same way for the Worlders, the same way we light up Cinderella's castle with all those projections.
Yes.
Disneyland came back and answered that and said, "Oh yeah, we'll light up the entire Main Street, both sides."
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, it's only
so
like
fun.
40 feet, so there's that.
That's true. And it is really fun to like be in the middle of Main Street and watch the fireworks and see the stuff going on around you. You just feel so immersed.
Yeah, that is really cool. That is really cool. Okay. So now what's the word on the street for when we'll start to see the rise of the Resistance?
Oh, okay. Word on the street is either August or November. So it's kind of all over the place. Although we did hear the other day that cast members are no longer required to wear like hard hats in that area when
That's
they're
good
walking
news.
through it. Yeah. So they're past the construction phase and now just like ride testing, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they could pull off August then.
Yeah.
Mhm. Possibly.
They could, but so here's what I'm thinking though. I'm thinking November is more likely just because they're going to want to open it at World and at Land at the same time. So would be my guess, or relatively close to it. And so with Galaxy's Edge at Hollywood Studios opening in August, I could see it being November. So that way it's,
Oh, yeah.
kind of close to that same time frame.
Mm-hmm.
See, but there's a D23 factor in there. And I'm thinking with
Oh,
all of those
yeah,
mega
that's
fans
true.
coming for D23,
Yeah.
they're going to have the heat turned up to try to get that puppy ready for D23. That's my thoughts.
That is true. That's true.
Okay. Because I'm coming back for D23 as well. And the Disney fandom is converging in Anaheim. It's going to be nuts, but
Yeah. It's going to be awesome. Woohoo. See you at D23.
oh yeah. Yeah. Hanging at the D. So, okay. Any other final questions? And from anybody out there in the audience, got any questions that we've got for our Star Wars experts as well to come back in tonight before we kind of wrap this thing up? Because I think I've covered my strategy. I got to hit that cantina. I got to build a lightsaber, interview a bunch of cast members,
Oh, there you go.
Oh, so the one thing I wanted to say, and we're going to be doing, is there's now a Disney wall in Galaxy's Edge or in Batuu, and it's the blue stripe wall, and it's over near the Droid Depot. So if you're an Instagram wall person, there is one.
Woohoo!
That the cast members are trying to get started over there. So we're going to take some pictures with that. And I've been collaborating with people who've already taken pictures of the wall about my outfit for tomorrow to make sure that it goes well and will photograph well.
You've got to look dapper on Instagram. I'm telling you.
I know.
So it's all about the Instagram. It's all about the Instagram stories.
It's hashtag blue stripe wall is what I would look for on Instagram, and you'll find it.
Gotcha.
Yay.
Check that one out. Write that one down. So, and Dan makes the comment here that they want people to come twice, once for the open, later for Rise of the Resistance.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And we will.
Well, with my crowd here, we're DVC. We're going back regardless.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're in it for the long haul.
Exactly. Yay.
Cool. Well, that being said and done, let's go ahead and wrap this show up. Princess Katie, you're kind of a regular co-host that pops in with us all the time now. Where can people find you for more follow-up if they want to follow up with the royalty?
I'm all over the place. Now that I found the Skywalking group, they're really awesome. I'm just saying. I'm over there, and I'm also pretty active on the my DVC points page also. So you can find me.
Nice.
So let me see if I can. There we go. Right here. The Facebook.com/group/my DVC points.
Oh.
So I guess it would be down. Right?
No. There we go. No.
There we go.
Almost. Oh, there we go.
And then Sarah, where can we find you and Richard at? Okay.
So Katie was mentioning our Facebook group, which is awesome. It's so just search Facebook for Skywalking Through Neverland groups. You can request to join and then answer the questions that pop up.
They're really tough.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a really fun group. We're really just a very positive place on the internet. Like there's no drama llama right over there. And then also we would like to invite everyone to check out our YouTube channel, which has a whole playlist of Galaxy's Edge things and merchandise and the lightsaber building experience and all of that. And that is, as you see below, youtube.com/Skywalking Through Neverland. And that is awesome. And we are also at Skywalking Pod on Instagram and Twitter and anywhere. So yeah, please join us.
And then your main website, Skywalking Through Neverland.
Absolutely. Skywalkingthrough.neverland.com. If you want to find out more.
Yeah. That's got all things Skywalking. Okay.
Yes, it does. And we have a lot of guest writers for us lately. We do lots of book reviews, lots of movie reviews. We have a whole Aladdin review and the press conference and stuff. So we're very much out there and doing a lot of things, covering many, many fun fandoms. And Teresa, I should say, who's calling in right now, she is part of Skynet, and she also does a podcast on our network called Sabers and Spells, which is a really fun. Yeah, it's like a geek pop culture podcast.
Sarah, go ahead and pitch that. Sarah, tell us about where we can find you and follow up.
Or Teresa.
I'm
So I'm on Instagram and Twitter everywhere as @IceColdPenguin. And then I am a part of Skynet with my co-host Christy. We do Sabers and Spells. We are getting ready to cover Aladdin, and then we'll be doing Stranger Things. And we run the gamut of all geeky stuff. If you want to check us out right now, make sure you watch the latest and last season of Game of Thrones, because we did talk about that. And then I do a bunch of other podcasts, so just follow me on just Ice Cold Penguin, and we'll be at Galaxy's Edge tomorrow. So follow me and Sarah, because we'll be posting like crazy people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. So absolutely looking forward to it. Well, thank you guys both for joining the show. Thank you, Christy, and everybody else. You can come back in and find the My DVC Points community group, Facebook.com. Let's see. Facebook.com/group/MyDVCPoints. And the My DVC Points podcast is all interviews. This show, I haven't started podcasting yet. I don't know why, but sooner or later, we'll start to figure out a podcast form for the live shows as well. Start to repurpose this content. Thanks, everybody, for viewing tonight, and everybody have a magical day. Bye.
To the spire.
To the spire. That's right.
Kill the spider. Where's it at?